This video is about programming the gyro sensor. So the gyro sensor isn't standard with the EV3 kit, so it also doesn't come with the programming software, but you can download the gyro sensor block on the LEGO Mindstorm's website. So before you start programming, make sure that on your robot the gyro sensor is placed correctly with the red arrows pointing up or down, so it can measure the correct ways for our purposes. You can use the gyro sensor to have more exact turns, so they are more accurate because it measures the rotation of the whole robot on a flat plane. So there's two different ways to do it. You can use compare or change with the weight block. So first of all, for compare, you have to reset the gyro sensor, and then you turn on the motor. Notice how this is only one motor, so it's going to do a pivot turn. So over here we have a weight block set to gyro sensor compare angle. So over here it's greater than or equal to, and this is just an example turn, which is 90. So, and after that it stops. So what it does is it starts the motor, and once the gyro sensor it measures that it's turned 90 degrees, then it stops over here. So I mean, we just put 90 for this example, but this could be any amount that you want it to turn. So the other way is change, which is pretty similar, but you don't need to reset because it counts the change from that point. So also, you start the motor, and over here it's gyro sensor change angle. So it just sees if it changes 90 degrees in this block, and once it does, then it stops. And you can set the direction to forward, back, increase, decrease, or any. So it's basically 90 degrees forward, 90 degrees backwards, or any. So it's basically the same compare and change. Another thing that you can do well with the gyro sensor is go in straight lines accurately. So over here in this program, first we start out by resetting the gyro sensor. And we have this loop. So this loop can be set to anything you want, for how long you want the program to run, for how long you want it to go in a straight line, but we just set it to unlimited for this program. So we start out from the gyro sensor block measuring the angle, and so then first that's plugged in to this add block. So it adds 50 to it, and over here 50 is the average speed. So we can change that. So it will make more sense later. So so you add 50 to the angle that you get, and that is plugged into the power of the C motor, which we turn on. So so in our robot, C is on the left and B is on the right. So over here we also plug in the same angle value. So so you subtract it from 50, and that is plugged in to the power of the B motor. So if the angle is positive, then the C motor will have a greater power than the B motor, and if it's negative, then the B motor will have more power than the C motor. So since one of them has more power than the other, the robot is slightly curves, so it evens it out, so it goes back to a straight line. One thing to consider is that the gyro sensor is very sensitive. There's a major common problem that can occur sometimes called drift, and what it does is even when you don't move anything, the measurement of the gyro sensor will keep increasing indefinitely. To avoid this problem, make sure the robot is on a flat surface for the whole duration while it turns on, and don't touch it. And also make sure don't unplug and plug back in the gyro sensor while the robot is turned on. You can always check for this problem in port view and make sure the number isn't increasing.
That's all for the video. Thanks for watching.